I have some cool fish to show you. This is going to be a special one, folks. I have some amazing fish that I want to go over with you, and I'm going to show you some of the highlights. We have Melanitania calitawa in the stock. And by the way, how cool is this? Look who's #1 on Google search for images for that fish. Beautiful dwarf species of rainbow fish, one of the newest species to be discovered. I think these are going to give a Melanitania praecox, the dwarf neon rainbow, a run for their money in popularity. They're about the same size, maybe even smaller actually, topping out at, I'm going to say 2.5 inches. Maybe they get a little bit bigger. If you have some that got bigger, let me know. And they are absolutely stunning. I mean, here's a Gary Lang picture. Look at the red on the tail, the white margins on the fins, and this black bar here. Like, these are just an absolutely beautiful fish. Thanks to the folks that went and brought this fish back. Small, stunning, and going to be very popular in the aquarium fish industry, I believe. Green leaf algae eating shrimp. We did a contest. We weighed out portions of algae to make sure it's the same amount of algae that went to each tank. We put a portion in with a mono shrimp. We put a portion in with Florida flagfish, and we put a portion in with green leaf algae eating shrimp. This was hair algae. The green leaf algae eating shrimp ate it faster than all the rest. They won the contest. So this is a very good algae eating shrimp. As far as we can tell, these are literally the best algae eater that we know of. More raccoon tetras. I love these guys. This is my favorite tetra. These are such bright, pretty fish. If you have these, would you comment down below if they've colored up for you? I took these pictures, and so sometimes when people take pictures, they really doctor them and make the fish look 10 times better than they are. I didn't. I think this is a true representation of what this fish looks like when it's colored up. This is one that I'm so happy to have in again. We've been able to bring it in once before. These are Mugilogobius adii. They are a shell dweller, and I think they're super cool. Survival of the fishiest. Will the freshwater gobies get along in a community tank? Yes, if they're with peaceful fish that are not boisterous and are of an appropriate size. So, oh, by the way, which freshwater gobies are we talking about? I'm assuming we're talking about the Brachygobius xanthomelis here, the freshwater bumblebee goby. That's the one that popped in my head. Yes, we've kept them with other fish, but keep in mind they're not the fastest feeders, so other fish will outcompete them for food, and they don't want fish that are going to be in their face all the time. You know how you have like guppies that are really friendly and want to go say hi to everyone and are in their face saying, hello, 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 like all day long? That's going to really bother. Oh, it is freshwater bumblebees, says Survival of the Fishiest. Good, we're on the same wavelength mind-wise. Cinnabones. Oh, that got me hungry. I'm setting up a 20-liter, 5.5 gallon, roughly, 5-gallon tank. I'm thinking of doing cherry barbs and Paleotis cories and maybe Japanese trapdoor snails. Would you also add white clouds? I have no experience with Japanese trapdoor snails, but I think they get fairly large and are going to produce a lot of waste, so that might be hard to manage in a 5-gallon tank. Cherry barbs, I think, are doable in a 5-gallon tank if you had, like, just a few in there, maybe a male with 3 or 4 females. That would make him very happy. Paleotis cories, though, I don't think would do well in that size tank. Cories need to be in big groups, and Paleotis cories are going to get over 2 inches when they're full grown. So I can't imagine a decent sized group of Paleotis cories being happy in a 5-gallon tank. Honestly, I think white clouds would be amazing. A group of white clouds in there by themselves would be enough for that tank, in my opinion. Nathan says, are Buenos Aires and Columbia tetras better in a longer tank? I have them in a 3-foot 50-gallon, but I have a 4-foot 60-gallon I'll be setting up soon if longer is better with them, thanks. Nathan, I think longer is better for almost any fish, especially fish that like to actively swim. That being said, Buenos Aires tetras and Colombian tetras, I think you're fine in a 3-foot 50-gallon with both those species for sure. But would it be better in a longer tank? Yeah. Bentley, what is your price on Herbert axelrodi? Why is it so good? Oh, okay. Good question. The Herbert axelrodi, the reason that they are inexpensive is we bought them from a hobbyist breeder, and when we got them, they were tiny, like really small, really no color or anything yet. Because of that, we offered them at a better price than you would pay for one that's larger and more colored up. Bentley isn't real. We all knew it. It's too good to be true, that man. Guppy Gal, would least killies be able to eat seed shrimp, or would the little seed shrimp be too tough for them? I don't know. I've never tried ostracods, aka seed shrimp, with least killies, which aren't actually killifish. Point of interest, they're Heteroandria formosa, their little live bearer. I've never tried them together. Seed shrimp are pretty tough little buggers, but they might be able to get them down. I really don't know, Guppy Gal. Does anyone here know? Has anyone cleared out their seed shrimp colony with least killies? Johnsworth, grunters! Mine are like water puppies now. Oh yeah, they're amazing pets. So we have these Betta Simorum. They're the coolest things ever. They're beautiful. They interact with me. I put my hand in the tank. They come up and nibble on me. They're personable. And honestly, no one's buying them. We've only sold a few. Absolutely stunning, beautiful fish. Hopefully I showed those. If not, that's Betta Simorum, which I think is just stunning. Outside in aquatics, I have longfin white clouds and have had them in a breeder basket set up for about a month. No babies. Definitely have a pair. I've seen the spawn and I've seen eggs. Any suggestions? Is there something in the aquarium that can be sucking the babies up? I'm imagining a breeder basket where the eggs they spawn and then the eggs fall out of the basket into the tank. That's what I'm imagining. So if that's the case and the eggs fall out, they should be hatching and then the babies should be up and around. I'm wondering if something is slurping them away, some kind of equipment. What's the rarest fish you keep right now? It's probably the mountain grunter. I literally don't know of anyone else in the United States that's selling them, at the moment at least. So that's my guess. I mean, Pseudomugil mellis is pretty darn rare in the United States. It's been a dickens for me to find. Can viable eggs be introduced via plants? Yes, absolutely. New setup, 5 months later, there was a fish I didn't recognize. Absolutely, there's tons of fish that attach their eggs to plants. Killifish, rice fish, and many, many others. We need more types of paradise fish, I know. Oh, you're telling me. There's so many color varieties in Asia and they're almost impossible to find in the hobby here. Yeah, lots of color varieties and also lots of neat species.